So how do you know if you are obsessing over a person? You'll be thinking about the majority of the time. Even when you're not actively thinking about them, they are there in your psyche. They are in your conscious awareness the majority of the time. You are feeling like, I need to be with that person. I have to be with that person. You have been manifesting that person, let's say. I mean, this video could appeal to anybody, even if you're not into manifesting. But let's say you have been trying to manifest them and you've been looking for the results and you cannot, like, let's say you looked at my last video where I talked about, I don't know if it's the last one or the one before actually, one before I think, where I talked about accepting the worst case scenario and being okay with the worst case scenario that they never contact you again. But being okay with that, are you okay with that? Can you be okay with that? Can you even entertain that idea? If you cannot entertain the idea of being okay with the worst case scenario, then you are incredibly attached. You are probably obsessing over that one particular person. So it's a really good marker actually. If you watch that video, if you haven't looked at it, watch it and see how you feel. And if you feel absolutely repelled by the idea of doing it, then you know that you're probably obsessing and you are definitely far too attached to that particular outcome to ever see that outcome and to ever see it in an ongoing, to be in a relationship with a person. You can't when you're feeling like this, because even if you get them to come back into your life, they will go again, inevitably, because your energy is one of, you are going to make me happy. I am going to be cool when I'm with you. And that is like a pressure energy. It's a push energy. It's not what you want. So the first thing that you have to look at doing is withdrawing that and thinking, okay, I've set this marker now. I have not set this marker, but I'm aware of my feelings now. Either I am in a position, I do feel like doing this, or I'm open to it, or I'm not. And if I'm not, then I'm too attached. But okay, that's fine. I'm too attached at the moment. I can't do this. But now I've realized that I'm too attached. What am I going to do about that? Several ways that you can do it. You can listen to subliminals, releasing subliminals, or meditations, if that sort of thing works for you. But one thing I will say to you, which is not going to work when you're deciding to let go of a person, is to say, I'm going to let go of this person so that I can manifest them back. Because you are not really letting go of them then. You're doing it with an outcome in mind, so you're still attached to an outcome. So you're doing it because you think it's the right thing to do and you are thinking that you can just do it as an exercise, but you can't. Really, if you're going to do this properly, you have to do it properly. And by doing it properly, I know a lot of people won't like this because they don't want to hear this, because a lot of you that are watching this might want to, this will sound really harsh, but you might want to hear persist, persist, persist. But let's face it, if you have been persisting for months and nothing has happened, then that's not the way. Something's got to give. And do you really want to carry on persisting and affirming and all of that other stuff that you might be doing? Because how does it make you feel? Because life is short. And it's almost like, when people say, oh, I don't spend any money because I'm saving for my pension. So they're not enjoying life at the moment. They're not holidaying. They're not doing all of those things that they could do with this money that they've got, because they're saving for their pension. How do you know you're going to be alive at pension age? How do you know you're still going to be here or even healthy enough to spend that money? You don't know that. And that is much what this is like. You are sort of putting all of this effort in now, thinking, okay, I'm feeling crap now, but at least I'll feel good when they come back. But they will not come back with any sustainability if you do not get to a stage of letting go. And I know the term is hugely upsetting to some people. And so you can call it allowing. You don't have to call it letting go. But letting go is freeing, it really is. And what is better than feeling good? And you feeling good has got to be better than feeling obsessed over someone. I have decided on this channel to make the videos that I feel most passionate about, not to make videos where I say, oh, do this and this will happen. Because yes, for me it might, because I've been doing this a long time and I am able to let go much easier than I used to be able to, and to allow. But I also think that it's not really kind of fair to other people that maybe have not been doing this for a long time, but they think, oh yeah, if I do this and this will happen. Because it's dependent on your feelings and it isn't dependent on what you do. Any technique is completely irrelevant if you're not feeling it. So I did make a decision about this the other day actually, and it was a bit of a revelation feeling. And it was great. It felt really good because I know now that every video I put up, I am going to feel really passionate about. And if people don't like it, then that's fine. I'm just not for them. I think you can get into a bit of a thing with YouTube where you tend to put up videos. And I'd never put anything up that I didn't believe in, that I hadn't done myself. But you tend to put up videos because you know that this video is going to get you so many views, or so many subscribers. And I am an SEO expert as well, so I tend to go a bit down that track. Like I said, never put anything up I didn't believe in, but I have put things up that I've thought, I know that some people are going to struggle with this, but yeah, I'm still putting it up. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to stick to what I feel passionate about, and it feels better. It really does. I'm going to resonate with some people, and I'm not going to resonate with others, but the ones that I don't resonate with are just not ready to hear my message at the moment. And actually, I feel so strongly and passionately about it being all about us. And for me, on a personal level, it feels so much better doing that. And it almost feels like a bit of a relief, actually, because like I said, it can be a bit like that. Being an SEO expert, I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I don't take on any new clients anymore. I've only got a few left now, and they're gradually they will drop off over the time. It does kind of lead you down that route a little bit. And I think it does with anybody that has a YouTube channel, but it really made me feel better thinking about that, thinking, yeah, not everyone is going to like it, but it's what I believe in, and I know that we have to be in that allowing state to let things in, and to let things in with any, like, because you all have found in life that some things you might be able to manifest really, really easily because you want them, you really do want them and you desire them, but you're not thinking about them all of the time, you're not obsessing about them, and then they come into your life. And so you have to transfer that to people, because people are no different than anything else. If you want to call this the universe, I know I always say that, it's because I don't think of it like that, but I know a lot of you guys do. But it doesn't assign a different value to people. It doesn't assign a higher value to people. Everything is energy, it's all energetic. So you need to decide today to withdraw some of that energy, to do something else with that energy, to plow it into something else, to find something else that's going to take up your time, take up your headspace. And so eventually that other stuff will have a feeling within you, and it will change your energy. If you decide to let someone go, and again, don't be scared of that term, just please don't be scared of it, because this is all about you and you feeling better, then you are freeing up so much space anyway for all kinds of great things to come to you, like your life to change in all manner of ways. But you have to do it thinking, this may never happen, and I'm okay with that. I might be a bit sad at the thought of it not coming, and that's okay. That's not a resistant feeling or anything like that. It's a sad feeling. We all have that. And actually, if you do have sad feelings over a person not being in your life, just go with it, because that's human nature, and it's good to deal with those feelings because it gets them dealt with. And so you can feel that, but you have to do it with that in mind, because you want to change your energy and you want to feel better. And again, it's like the pension thing. Don't put all of your energy into one thing in order to get something in the future, because at the time that you're living now is the time to be enjoying, now is the time to be making the most of, and you'll be dipping out on other things coming into your life and other opportunities, because nothing will seem as important to you as this, and there will be things that should actually be more important to you, but they won't be. Everything will revolve around this, and everything you think of will revolve around this. So other things that you're thinking of, you'll still bring it back to this, and in some way you'll connect it to this. That is obsession, and that is not good for you. It's not good for your mental health. So you need to look at withdrawing that energy in whichever way you can, but you have to get to that point, so that knowing point of, no way am I going to accept I can't have this, right? If that's what you're thinking now, but you've been trying for a long time, months, for this person, then you know that you are in a hugely attached place, and that is not going to result in manifestation. It isn't, honestly, it really isn't. And if it does, fleetingly, it won't last. And I know I keep saying this is what I truly believe. Maybe you would say to me, well, that's not the law of assumption. And if I assume that I can have whatever I want, no matter what state I'm in, then maybe you can. Absolutely, maybe you can, but I can't do that, because it's, to me, my subconscious just won't take that on board at all. And I was talking to Harry on our podcast about this, talking about limiting beliefs and how people might comment on my videos, oh, well, you've got limiting beliefs. Well, yeah, maybe I have. Maybe on a deep subconscious level, we all have. And I think to not have any would be awesome and amazing. On one hand, okay, I know that anything is possible, and I have a total belief that anything is possible and I can do anything. Okay, that's my main belief. But on a subconscious level, I probably have some things running that are saying, yeah, but that, like, for example, I was giving an example on the podcast about moving offices and manifesting a new office. And then Harry said to me, well, we were talking about the fact that it's double the rent of where I used to be. Well, what if you wanted to manifest the rent dropping by half? Would you believe that you could do that? And I said, on one level, I believe, yes, that's completely possible. But on another level, I can feel something in there that's saying, well, it's a huge office. Why would it ever be half? Why would they do that? And I can't help that. That's just what, you know, because that's normal human, a normal human reaction to life, and we are living life. So I have to go with that. So I said to him, well, I would say, I would know that I'd have that slightly limiting belief. On one hand, I know that it's, anything is possible. On the other hand, I know that that's there. I can feel it. I can feel it now when I'm saying it. I can't help that. And there's no point in me pretending I have no limiting beliefs, because I'm human and we all do. And even Neville had limiting beliefs. And he would openly say that. I didn't actually realise he did, but I was listening to something where he was saying that he was talking to Abdullah, which was his spiritual guide, his spiritual, the guy that he spoke to. I don't know which way to word it. And they were talking about food, and Abdullah would eat whatever he wanted, and Neville would say, well, how can you do that? And he would say, well, you can't do that because you have those limiting beliefs. I didn't think he called it limiting beliefs, he called them something else. And so even Neville had them, because on a deep subconscious level, we think if we eat too much cakes, for example, too many cakes, we are going to put on weight if we eat lots of cakes. So intellectually with this, I know it's possible to eat lots of cakes and not put on any weight. But deep subconscious programming that I've had pummeled into me over the years would say that I would put on weight if I ate lots of cakes. And I have to work with what I have, and that's what we need to do. We don't need to not pretend that we don't have any limiting beliefs. We do. We're human beings, and as much as we can believe that we can believe that anything's possible on an intellectual level, there's stuff going on inside of us that we don't even know is there. So if we work with it instead of against it and try to pretend we don't have it, then it's so much. We will have so much more success. Don't see this as law of assumption and law of attraction. Just see it as life. This is life. This is what's going on here. Don't get it, but this is what's going on. Because then you don't paint yourself into a corner and think, I must believe this, I must believe this, I must do it like this, I must do it like that. You get away from doing that and you do it your way. So I said to Harry, well, no, given what I know about myself, I would say, I want to pay half the rent. Okay, I'm happy to accept a smaller office. I don't need the space that I've got. Happy to accept a smaller office as long as I love it. Okay, that would work for me. Then I would get offered another office, half the rent. It would be smaller, but I would love it still. That would work for me. I don't want another office, I love my office, but it was just an example, and he was asking the question because we had this discussion, and it was interesting just to talk about it and actually be really open and say, I have limiting beliefs, yay! It doesn't make me a bad person, it doesn't make me crap at this, it just means that I know that and I work with it because I'm a human being and so are you. And so don't pretend that you don't have any limiting beliefs, and don't try to force yourself not to have any, because whatever you do, you'll still have them. A lot of you won't like that statement, I'm sure, but it's the way I feel. And that's what's so liberating about making this decision, that I'm just going to talk about how I feel completely, knowing that it will really resonate with some people, but some people probably hate it. But then again, those of you that aren't ready to hear it, just aren't at that stage or don't like what I'm saying, and I don't resonate with you, so you need to find someone else. And it's brilliant. I think it goes along with my how I've become over the last few years, where I don't care about what people think. And occasionally I'll notice that I do. Very occasionally with something, and somebody will say something, I think, and then I think, why do I care? I don't care what people think. Why do I care about this? And I'll remind myself. So I think it goes along with that, of me feeling like, oh no, actually this has to be about what I want to do and what I feel that I'm doing that's the best for people, that's going to help people the most, that's not going to mean that they get stuck in the reality of where they're trying to be a certain way because they think they have to be that way to make this work. You really don't. Do you know what you have to do? Work with yourself, put yourself first, and work with what you know that your beliefs are, and the ones that you know that you probably will never shift because they're just naturally there. Work with them. There's always a way around them. There's a way around anything. There really is. You just find your way. Okay, so obsessively thinking about someone is not good for you. Obsessively trying to manifest somebody is not good for you, because it won't happen. You're wasting your time. You are wasting your short time on this earth, putting all of your energy into getting this other person who probably isn't all that anyway. So it's your way, finding your way of releasing on that, withdrawing your energy, make the decision today. Yeah, why would I want to do this person? What is so awesome about this person? Yes, I'd love to be with this person. It would be great. I wish that one day it would happen. You could say it like that. But at the moment, I accept that it's not happening because I'm not in the right place. I just want to get myself into a better place. I want to wake up in the morning and feel good and look forward to the day and enjoy the day and find that I have new experiences coming my way that day, and that might meet new people. I might meet someone else that I like equally, or I might bump into this person, or this person might reach out to me. They might, anything is possible. But if you look at it like that, then life becomes easy. I mean, sometimes life is tough these days, isn't it? Because we're bombarded with all this crappy stuff that's happening around the world, and it can be a little bit like that. And don't feel selfish about not feeling miserable, about having a good day, about feeling good, about wanting to feel good about yourself when you think about all the other stuff that's going on in the world, because your misery over a situation will not improve that situation for someone else. So almost like you owe it to yourself and to other people to be as happy as you can, because you have the opportunity to do that. So don't waste it. I hope this was useful. Obsession over anything will not get you that thing, because your energy is one of push, push, push. And when you push, it pulls. So you just more of a neutral energy, more of a, it would be great if, but I will be okay. More of that kind of energy. And you start doing that by making the decision today, I'm done with this. Honestly, when you make that decision, you will feel brilliant. On one hand, you'll feel sad and you'll feel like, I feel like I'm giving up, and you'll have those things going on, but you will also feel like, finally, I'm putting myself first. Finally, this is about me. Finally, this is not about that other person. But you need to be in that place, and you may watch this video and just be nowhere near that yet, and might hate what I'm saying, and might not resonate with me and unsubscribe immediately, and that's fine, because you might come back to me at another point when you are kind of noticing that actually you need to be in that state to move forward. That's it. That's today's video. I had some time, have my nails done later, so I'm not going into the office. A really messy week this week. I'm taking Harry off down to Salisbury tomorrow to get another tattoo, so that's my day sort of messed up tomorrow as well. So I've only got Thursday where I can do a proper day at the office. So whether I will bother to go out there on Thursday or not, I don't know. I got so much going on. I got lots of writing. I'm finishing a book at the moment, so I have got a lot going on. But I really felt passionately once I've made that decision. Only talk about, please. I sort of had a word with myself, please just stick to what you know is going to help people and what you know that you struggled with. Don't tell people that they can do this, this and this and this will happen, when yes, it's absolutely true, because it would for me now. But because I've been through all this other stuff, I've done all of this, so I need to help people get to that point and then get to the other stuff, get to the good stuff. Well, it's all good stuff, isn't it? It's good when we feel like that, but to get to the point where you're not really trying hard to manifest anything in your life because you know that you don't need to, but helping people get to that stage, I think, is much more useful than, yeah, if you do this, this will happen. It depends what state you're in. And I can definitely do that. If you want some coaching and you are in a good place and you just want to know how to manifest something, that no problem whatsoever. Absolutely, you're in a good place for that. But if you're not and you are struggling with obsession, then let's get rid of that first, because you can. Absolutely. I have such an addictive personality, but I know how to deal with that now. I know it's still there and lying, but I deal with it and I live with it and I work with it. I work around it because I know that, you know, it kind of is there. It's in my genes, you know, so in my DNA. But you can work with any element of your personality. You don't have to wipe it out. You can just work with it and make it actually effective. So make it work for you rather than against you. Anyway, I'm going to stop. I am a writer, I'm an author. All of my books based around the law of attraction at the moment, although my next one isn't, and that will be out at the end of May. That's all based around self-concept, not caring what people think, changing your perspective, making it all about you. It's all about me, it's called. So that will be out then. Hopefully that'll be really useful to you guys and to anyone that's not into the law of attraction. Harrison and I, my son, have a podcast every single week, and that's listed on his channel, and if I remember, I will list it down below. And I offer Zoom coaching, I offer email coaching. At the moment, email coaching is easier to come by than Zoom coaching because I have more flexibility with that. And that's proving actually very popular. So at the moment, I offer 4 weeks at £65, but there is also another option, which is actually not on the site yet, but I am offering it. So it is £110 and it is 3 months. Because I find that 3 months is a good amount of time, because often people will buy 1 month, then another month, and another month. So I wanted to make it cost effective for you guys, but also so that you know that you've got that 3 months ongoing and we can plan out for that 3 months and I can come up with a really good plan for you to move forward. So I think that's really cost effective for what you get. It's completely flexible. You just come back to me when you're ready. And I also offer a one-off email coaching plan for you guys. Maybe you don't have the budget or you don't want to spend out that much money. So that's £15 for a one-off plan, which is really extensive. It's a page long, you know, helping to, you give me your story and I come back with the best way forward for you from what I've got from the questionnaire that I've given you. And that is that. Thanks for watching.